Let's talk about the roster for the Yankees for the ALDS. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. So, the MLB regular season is over, with the exception of 2 games today, a doubleheader between the Mets and the Braves. The entire season for everybody else is over. Okay. The reason why they're having a doubleheader is because there are 2 wild card teams in the National League that have still yet to be chosen. The main reason why they're playing a doubleheader today is because the hurricane that is pummeling the South right now in Georgia, where they were supposed to play, made it necessary for them to have a doubleheader today. So 2 games today, and then we'll have the entire bracket, and I'll do my predictions for the entire postseason bracket for everybody. So if that type of stuff you like, and especially if you're a Yankee fan, or no matter who your team is, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button before you leave if you haven't done that yet. Okay, and just hit all the notifications as well. That way, when I do that, it might be a live stream. I might go live for it. You'll know. Okay, that way when news comes out, no matter what it is, you'll get that too. But today I want to give you and by the way, if you subscribe, I thank you. And people that have already subscribed, I thank you so much. You are the best. I love this community. And we're marching towards 22,000 subs. We're going to try to get to 25K by the end of the year. So if you haven't subbed yet, please do. If you know any other people who are Yankee fans and baseball fans, please bring them over here. Everybody's welcome. I appreciate all of you. So, but today we're going to talk about my 26-man roster prediction for the Yankees. Okay, it has not been confirmed yet, but this is my prediction based on what we're seeing, what we're hearing, and so on, and what I think is probably would best suit them in the postseason. So let's get the lineup first. Okay, no particular order, but this is probably what the lineup's going to look like. Gleyber Torres, and this is starting lineup. Gleyber Torres at second, Juan Soto in right field, Aaron Judge in center field, Austin Wells at the dish, Giancarlo Stanton at the DH spot, Jazz Chisholm at third base, Alex Verdugo in left field, Ben Rice at first base, and Anthony Volpe at shortstop. You may be thinking, okay, why is this one starting? What now? Well, who's on the bench? Well, here's my bench. Got Jose Trevino. There's always a backup catcher on the bench. Got Jason Dominguez making the postseason roster in left field. And I've got Oswaldo Cabrera as a roaming utility guy. And I also have John Birdie as a roaming utility guy. And I also have Duke Ellis on there in the outfield in place of Trent Grisham. I like Trent Grisham, but I do think based on the teams that the Yankees would be facing in the American League, the Orioles have a lot of fast guys. Okay? The Royals have a lot of fast guys. The Guardians, these are aggressive, young, athletic teams, and we're going to need as much athleticism and as much speed on the base paths as possible. Whether it's on base percentage guy himself getting on, or a pinch run, or whatever it might be. So that doesn't mean Trent Grisham won't be there in the ALCS if the Yankees get that far. This is just the first round, okay, and that applies to everybody. They can flip flop the roster, they can move it around every single round in the postseason. So that's my bench. I'm going with a 5-man bench. Normally you go with a 4-man bench, but I'm going to go with a 5-man bench. And I do think Duke Ellis is going to come here and give them a much-needed versatile weapon. And again, if you look at this, there's a lot of speed in this bench. Jason Dominguez, Oswaldo Cabrera, John Birdie, and Duke Ellis. You got some of the faster guys in the game right there on this bench. Okay? And athletic folks, Jason Dominguez, I think he's done enough to, at the very least, warrant the bench position. I don't think he's done enough to grab the starting position, but I think he'll get plenty of playing time in the postseason. Either way. So that's my bench. Next up is my starting rotation. Garrett Cole, obviously, is our clear number 1. Carlos Rodon he's earned the spot as the number 2. And it's either going to be between Clark Schmidt or Luis Hill. I don't know if they know yet. And I personally don't know either. They've been Luis Hill has had a couple of recently tough spots. And Clark Schmidt wasn't great, but Clark Schmidt's also coming back, from injury not too long ago. Luis Hill's been pretty much healthy all year, and he's a candidate for Rookie of the Year. So, but I know there's people who are skeptical about putting him in a bullpen role because he walks quite a few guys. right? He eventually settles down, but he can get himself into trouble early on. So if anybody's going to get the nod here, it's probably going to be Luis Hill. So, and with which that means Clark Schmidt will probably be in the bullpen, which is why I got Hill Schmidt here at the top. Okay, this is what my bullpen looks like. So Schmidt most likely in the bullpen. Luke Weaver, obviously. Tommy Canley. Jake Cousins. We're hearing that he's working his way back. He's throwing already, and he should be back for the divisional series. Ian Hamilton's been better lately too. Clay Holmes, I think he's earned a spot here. Again, he's got 30 saves, but he's not going to be closing. He'll be here, in either a blowout game or in the 6th or 7th inning or something like that. He's been pretty valuable in those innings. Okay, Tim Hill and Tim Mays, I think they're going to have 2 lefties, especially since Nestor Cortez is out, most likely out for the entire playoffs. So I do think they're going to carry 2 lefties, Hill and Mesa. And lastly, Mark Leiter Jr. Why is Marcus Stroman not on here? Well, thinking about this, I said at this point in time, when you're late in the game, you're going to need guys who can strike out more often. If you look at this lineup here, there aren't a ton of strikeout, with the exception of Cousins and Weaver. These other guys don't strike out a ton of players. Mark Leiter is averaging almost 13 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's a heck of a lot more than Marcus Stroman's been averaging. So I think they're going to go with the strikeout guy, Mark Leiter Jr. in the ALDS. Over Stroman. That, again, like I said before, Stroman could make the ALCS roster for all we know. We don't know who they're going to be playing yet, but they're going to be playing the winners of the Royals-Orioles series in the divisional round. So while the Indians are waiting for the winners of the Tigers-Astros series. And remember, the Indians and the Yankees are the 1 and 2 seeds, so they get a bye. So they don't have to participate in the wild card frenzy at all, which is kind of nice. Kind of nice. So that's my bullpen. Okay. Again, let me know what your thoughts are. Would you change anything here? I'm comfortable with this bullpen. I'm comfortable with the rotation. I'm comfortable with the lineup, and I'm very comfortable with the bench. I think the bench this will be a better bench than we've had in a long time. And I think being able to employ a lot of speed now and athleticism on a bench will I think, reap some rewards for this Yankees team. So, but you let me know what your thoughts are, guy. What does your 26-man roster look like? How similar is it? How different is it? Okay, I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Load up the comments. And again, playoff baseball starts right around the corner. Yankees don't have a game for about a week, but the wild card games, I think they start Wednesday. If I'm not mistaken, let's double check. The wild card games. Double check before we leave, just so that we have it. I think it's the playoffs. No, let's look at schedule. Playoff schedule. Here we go. Yeah, tomorrow actually. Tigers Astros tomorrow, 2:32 p.m. And then you got 3 games tomorrow, right? No, 4 games tomorrow. Tigers Astros, Royals Orioles, and then the Brewers to play to be determined, and the Padres play to be determined. Remember, there's still 2 teams in the National League that haven't been determined yet. It's going to be between Arizona, the Mets, and the Braves. 2 of those teams are going to make it to the postseason, and they're going to fill out the rest of this bracket. So once that happens, I'll have my bracket predictions for you again, either way. So, but if any other news comes out in terms of the Yankees, you're going to get it here. You're going to get it every day. So have a great day, everybody. Peace and love, and I'll talk to you all next time.